Welcome friends to Literature Mantra. Today's topic of discussion is David Malouf's poem Wild Lemons. Now what is the poem about? What are the important references in the poem? And what are the important points for better answer writing? Let's find out. In case you have doubts in any topic related to English literature, you can follow and contact us on social media. We will try to reply as soon as possible. And do connect with Literature Mantra, India's only free online preparation platform for UGC NET and all English literature based exams. Now, broadly, what is the poem about? At the outset, I want to mention that Malouf is an Australian writer. The speaker in the poem seems to be on a distant land, probably far from Australia, and the speaker seems to be contemplative and reflective and also a bit nostalgic, and the sight and smell of lemons brings various ideas to his mind. It reminds him of his home country Australia, and he also touches upon the question of Aborigines of Australia, though there is only a minor reference to this. Now Aborigines, as you all know, were the earliest inhabitants of Australia, those people who lived in Australia before the white settlers came there. And in addition, the speaker recalls the unique landscape of Australia. So broadly, these are the things that are taking place in the poem. Now what are the important references in the poem, the important images or any kind of reference that might be important? The first is the title itself, Wild Lemons. This is also repeated in the poem. Then there is the image of starlings. Starlings are a kind of bird. Then there is a reference where the speaker says warmth of our island. Now this probably refers to Australia. Then lapped by clean ocean water. Perhaps this is again a reference to Australia because Australia is bounded by water or oceans all around. Then the speaker goes on to say, I lie down in different weather now, though the same body. This emphasis or this reference to different weather, probably the indication is he is not in Australia at that time, probably in Italy or in some other country. Then in the final stanza, there is a line which where it says, a scent of lemons run wild in another country. Now this reference to another country, these are indicative of the fact that the speaker is not in Australia at the time when the poem was written. So apparently these are the references in the poem through which we can understand what is going on in the poem. See, every piece of literature has a literal meaning and also a figurative or a metaphorical meaning. So we have to make sense of the poem through these references or the images or whatever is available in the poem. Now let's come to better answer writing, how to write better answers. Now in addition to the points which I have already mentioned, you can also add in your answers some explanation about the history of Australia, particularly about the founding of Australia and the concept of terra nullius and terra australis incognita. Basically this means that Australia was an empty and unknown land, and particularly this concept of terra nullius. You can mention how after the arrival of the white settlers, the Aborigines there or the original inhabitants of Australia were dispossessed. Their lands were taken away from them and they literally faced a kind of extermination through new diseases or new laws or through the various injustices that was inflicted upon the Aborigines. Now in the course of the poem, the poet, or let's say the speaker says someone has been here before us. Now this might be a reference to the Aborigines of Australia, though there aren't many references to the Aborigines. We can find some references in the poem. And in case you don't already know, and as a small memory refresher, let me just point out that Australia was founded in 1770 by a British sailor called Captain James Cook, and he landed near the east coast of Australia, which he called New South Wales, and he claimed it for Britain. And only after that did the colonization of Australia take place by white Europeans. And this, however, weakened the position of the indigenous population of Australia or the Aborigines of Australia, because the white settlers introduced many new diseases, and there were conflicts with the white settlers. They faced a lot of injustices at the hands of the white settlers. Since then, much has changed in Australia. Australia has become a very multicultural society now, and in 1992, a famous High Court judgment of Australia was there called the Mabo decision. In this court judgment, the court said that the notion of terra nullius should not be applied to Australia, and this judgment also recognized the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders, the people who live in the Torres Strait, that they also have rights to their land. And in 2008, the then Prime Minister of Australia, Kevin Rudd, also issued an apology to the Aborigines of Australia. So we do see a kind of reconciliation between the various communities in Australia. However, the reconciliation between the white settlers and the Aborigines of Australia is not complete yet. It is an ongoing process. And Malouf is known for his writing in which he attempts to reconcile the past with the present through the power of imagination. Rather than taking sides, he tries to reconcile the past with the present. And last but not the least, while writing answers, you can also mention the general characteristics of David Malouf's writings. And before concluding this lecture, I want to ask, now that you have read Malouf's poem Wild Lemons, do you know the difference between ordinary lemons and wild lemons? Please leave your reply in the comments below. I'm Professor Singh, and I'll see you in the next video.